Welcome to my top 10 most anticipated comics for June 7, 2023. Guys, I'm Mike Spider-Slayer. Welcome to Comic Book Corner 2.0. Hopefully this list helps you make decisions on what comic books to buy because it's never too early to start that pull list for next week. And before we dive into it, guys, I just got to give a quick shout out to Whatnot. Guys, if you would like to download Whatnot, use my link in the description box below, because when you do, and once you create your profile and you make your first bid on Whatnot and you win it, you're going to get $15 off of that purchase. So whether it's Legos, whether it's comics, whether it's cards, whether it's Play-Doh, whatever you collect, save $15. It's my gift from me to you, absolutely for free. Doesn't cost anything, so check out Whatnot today. So here we go. Let's kick off the hot seat. And you'll be surprised because I really like the first issue of this. But this is Peacemaker Tries Hard issue 2. So, when it comes to Peacemaker, this is a Black Label book, so it's not gonna, hold back. But is it me, or is Peacemaker just becoming like Deadpool or the next Harley Quinn? Is he starting to show up in every single DC book there is? And I get that's their popular character, but I feel like it's going to be over a saturation, and the character's going to get old, and people are going to try too hard with the character, and they might go way over the top with him. And that's what I'm afraid of. However, when it comes to this first issue, though, it made me laugh out loud. The jokes weren't overly done. It wasn't a bad story at all, except when I got to the last page, I'm like, who is this Brain character? But we found out that Peacemaker is on a mission now to actually get the DNA of Deathstroke so the Brain can have like a new body. So pretty cool first book, right? But I just don't want an oversaturation of character that's so popular. It's like he's going to be the next Batman or whatever. So we'll see what happens. 32 pages, $5. The book that's on the rise, you might be a little bit surprised by this, but this is X23 or X-Men issue 23. That's funny because it's issue 23. Whatever. X-Men issue 23. This book has to deal with a new bunch of Sentinels, and it looks like it's kind of in a way crossing over with what's going on in Iron Man. Fei Long, the guy that wanted to go to Mars, the pink mutant villain, right? It looks like that he has created a bunch of Sentinels using the Stark tech. And if you read the Iron Man book, you'll understand what's going on there. And if you read the last issue of X-Men, we get to see all these different new Sentinels being created. And also Wolverine's skeleton is being used to create these Sentinels also. So it looks like a fun story. I can't wait to see what it has to offer. And it's a little bit better right now. Who's to say what it's going to be like in 2 months? But it's for right now, it's okay, and it's on the rise. 28 pages, $4. Number 10, we have The Flash, issue 800. Now, you're probably surprised, Mike, why is it so low on your list? It's so low on my list because I'm not anticipating an ending. It was such a good little series there, and I love the event and whatnot. And this is not just a Jeremy Adams story. This has to deal with a lot of people here that are writing this book. We have special guests like, we have obviously Jeremy Adams, we have Mark Waid, Joshua Williams, and Jeff Johns, which, don't get me wrong, are great writers. But I'm just sad that this book is ending and that we're going to be going in a completely different direction with this. But I am excited to see what this final issue has to offer and how they honor the character here. So looking forward to it. 48 pages. It's a $5 comic. Coming in at number 9. I never thought I would like this book as much as I did. This is a Jason Aaron book. We're on issue 6 of this, and this is Once Upon a Time at the End of the World. And it's about these two characters who have fallen in love, and they're completely opposites of each other. One's name is Mezzi, the other name is Mezio, and she is this strong-headed warrior that's on this mission to find this sacred place, and she comes across this guy who's a nerd and stuff like that, and they wind up going on this adventure together, and you see this love story developing, and you get to see all the challenges along the way in this apocalyptic world. very enjoyable, man. I cannot wait for issue 6. It's been a little while since the last issue has come out. This is a $5 comic. Coming in at number 8, this is Batman, issue 136. Book just hasn't been as strong for me as it has in the past. I really love the failsafe story arc. It was so much fun. And then we had Batman go to this other, Earth, just for the story arc to end and have it pay tribute to all the different Batman out there, which was kind of cool. But in the last issue, Batman loses his hand, but he gets it back within the same issue. What's the point? Don't even have him lose his hand. Like, I would love for him to struggle without the hand for a little while on how am I going to be Batman when I don't have a hand. Yes, he can solve that problem because he's Batman, but still, it could have been cool to see him deal with it without a hand for a little while. So we'll see what this next story arc has to offer, and hopefully it's good. I'm keeping my fingers crossed here. I like Chip Zdarsky as a writer. I think he's really good. I just didn't like that last particular story arc. 40 pages, $5. Coming in at number 7. So you heard me talk about X-Men and the Sentinel stuff and the Tony Stark tech being used. We have Invincible Iron Man, issue 7. Tony Stark is in dire need of a win, but how does he plan to get ahead? By building a new suit of armor? The suit's first objective, infiltrate and destroy Stark Industries. Because again, we have Fei Long, who is in charge of Stark Industries, and Tony Stark himself is the one that's got to destroy the company because this guy has taken it over in a very wrong way, and he's using it for all the wrong purposes. So, and you're kind of wondering, well, why did Stark give up the company? Well, he sold the company to take all the weapons off the black market and used all his money for that as well. So he did it for a good purpose, but he didn't realize who's the company's hands who it wound up going into. This guy found secret plans of some Sentinel armor. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on in there. It's a good series. I feel like it's probably the best Iron Man series I've read in quite some time. So this is 28 pages and this is $4, legacy numbering 657. Coming in at number 6, we have Dark Knights of Steel. This is issue 11 of 12. Holy cow. Has this series taken forever to conclude? Like, what's going on with Tom Taylor when it comes to this series? Is it him? Is the artwork? Like, what is happening? This book has lost all its momentum, and this is on my most anticipated because I do want to see how the story ends, but my God, I don't even remember what's going on at this point because it's been so long. I know they resolved their issues with the war. They found out who was behind the war. I think it was like a white Martian or whatnot, and we wind up seeing who Alfred is in the story, but it's just when stories take such long breaks like this, it loses all that momentum, and that's a disappointment. We'll see how it continues. 32 pages, $4. Coming in at number 5. I'm a little hesitant on this one just because Street Fighter's burned me the past couple times I've read it, but this one is TMNT versus Street Fighter. This is issue 1. It looks like we're going to get some fighting action in this comic because God forbid if we have fighting in a Street Fighter comic book, right? We didn't get that in the Cammy book. We didn't get that in the first issue of the Street Fighter book. But here it looks like the Turtles have been invited, or I think it's the Street Fighter characters invited to a very prestigious tournament in Atlantic City. And who wants to get involved in the tournament? Well, the Turtles as well. So it looks like these guys are going to fight each other. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed, guys. 36 pages, $4. All right, coming in at number 4. And I think this series is much better now that the Edge of Spider-Verse crap is over. We have Spider-Man issue 9 titled Maxed Out Part 2. So Spider-Man's spider sense is on overdrive. He has this huge guilt of letting people die. And we saw that in the last issue. And he wound up getting his spider sense kind of maxed out a little bit by Norman. He helped him out. So he gets to read everyone's, I don't know, I guess sense everyone's mind when everyone is in danger. And he was doing really good. And then he comes across Electro, and his mind just goes on overdrive. And now it's so bad that he can't even control anything. So it's cool to see Electro in this comic. It's cool to see just Spider-Man in this comic. We did get a little glimpse of Spider-Boy in the last issue, also on how his powers work a little bit. So yeah, I'm digging it, dude. It's 165 legacy numbering, and this is 28 pages, $4. Top 3 now. We have Noctera. This is issue 15. No Breaks, part 4. This book is really good, guys. Scott Snyder, Tony S. Daniel does the artwork. We got to see a little backstory of Emery, who is the little brother of Val, learning about his real mother and what happened to her. That was really good. And just them finding this place of light and this source of light, on then hoping that it's going to solve the darkness problem. Well, things just didn't work out the way it should have in the last issue, and you're just left jaw dropped at the end, and it just continues to be such a great story. I love each and every issue. 38 pages, and this is $4. Coming in at number 2, we have Phantom Road, issue 4. This is done by Jeff Lemire. Guys, this book is great. Great stuff. It's hard to explain, but think about it as like the world is almost like a Stranger Things. It's like the people become like these zombie-like creatures, and there's these safe zones where you can go to where that world becomes the real world again. And we got 2 characters on the run. Detective is just trying to solve this mystery, and then she winds up getting like abducted at the end. It's weird stuff, but good story, man. $4. I definitely recommend this book. All right, guys, so after number 1, we're not done. Of course, I gotta shout out those noteworthy comics that you might want to check out for that particular comic book week. But my number 1 most anticipated comic goes to Shazam, issue 2. Holy cow, that first issue was great. If you want to talk about a comic that really got you on board with Shazam, it was so new reader friendly of who he is, what he represents, who his family is, and then at the end you're left with this crazy cliffhanger where he's so out of character, you're like, whoa, what did he just do? Great cliffhanger there, because you're like, what is going on with Billy? Is something overtaking him? And you want to read that second issue. Artwork by Dan Mora, absolutely awesome. You're not going to want to miss this, guys. Get on board with this while you can. 32 pages, $4. All right, so here we go. Noteworthy comics. Kicking it off with Marvel. We got Daredevil issue 12, which is getting ready to wrap up very soon. Solid story right there. We have Venom issue 20, which I continue to like and hate at the same time, because we got 2 writers. You got Al Ewing, Ram V. Please just keep one writer on a book, man. It just ruins the momentum of the book. That is my problem with Venom right now. I'm no longer reading it going forward. Fantastic Four, this is issue 8. I should be reading this, and maybe I'll pick this up. Star Wars issue 35. Based off of what's going on the covers and the way Luke looks here, and he's holding 2 lightsabers, dude, it looks awesome. I'm gonna have to pick up. Leave me in the comments below what you think of Star Wars if you're reading it right now. Next, we have a pretty solid series going on. Red Goblin issue 5. It ties into the Carnage Reign stuff. Then we got some new X-Men book. This is X-Men Before the Fall, Mutants First Strike. So that's like a prequel issue, I guess, to the fallout of mutants or whatnot. Who knows? Then for the Deadpool fans, we got Deadpool Batter Blood issue 1. Does Liefeld write this? I mean, obviously he does the cover for this. Then we move on to DC Comics. We have Poison Ivy. This is issue 13. And then we have Adventures of Superman, John Kent, issue 4. It's an okay series. Art is so flat for me, though. Then we have another super book. We got Steelworks. This is issue 1. And then we move on to the indie comics. We have Spawn, issue 342. And then we have The Ambassadors. We are on issue 6 on this. I've heard great things about this story. For the kids, I got Sonic, issue 61. And another Mark Miller book is next. We have the Magic Order 4. This is issue 5. And then a book that I'm actually really looking forward to, guys. It's from Whatnot Publishing, and it's Astrobots issue 2. First issue was really good. The writer of this actually wrote Transformers. So this has a very similar vibe to it, and I really enjoyed issue 1. So I'm checking out issue 2 to see if it delivers once again. So there you guys have it. There are my top 10 most anticipated and noteworthy comics for June 7th, 2023. So hopefully you guys find something in there that you're looking forward to. And if you love the content, guys, make sure you subscribe and subscribe to the channel. And of course, I'm going to leave you more videos right here to click on. And as always, guys, keep buying, keep collecting, but more importantly, always read your comics. Guys, I'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye.